Hey everyone! So I wanted to hop on and share a story time, but before I do that, I have a couple quick reminders. One, our newsletter is out. It's no charge for the newsletter, no memberships required, nothing like that. Just go to our website, gshareinc.com, and then go ahead and sign up for that. We'll send you out a copy every month, and it has things in it like reminders of maybe regs that are changing, things like the new I-9 that just came out. There's something we talk about there, trauma in the workforce, different ideas for employee engagement, that kind of thing. Secondly, the special we're running this month is 10% off your first 3 months of any subscription package. So we call them Scoop packages. There's 1 through 4, which is 5 through 20 hours of support service for your basic HR needs. Things like navigating difficult conversations, reminders about regulations, maybe helping how to implement those kind of things, those changes, just all that sort of stuff, the basic day to day things that come up. We also offer bigger projects that are out there, like designing and implementing employee handbooks. So you can check all that out there. And then there's training available too, which you guys have heard me talk about on here on our a la carte store. So, all that being said, if you are interested in the subscription package discount, it is the first 3 months at 10% off, and use the code Trick or Treat when you check out in the a la carte store. So, moving on, story time. Are we ready for this one? We've talked about interviewing in the past, and this was one interview experience I had early on in my banking career. It was probably about 2 or 3 years into it, and I was applying for a position at a well-known at the time bank. They're gone now, but I was applying for a teller position. I showed up for my interview, and I'm one of those people that if I'm not early, I'm late. So of course I was early, and I sat there, and I sat there, and I sat there. Well, it turned out the person that was supposed to interview me apparently forgot and did not come to that particular branch that day. I was like, okay, that's not the greatest first impression, but what do I know, right? So they did find somebody who was in a managerial position who could do the interview. So at least I didn't have to come back. And I went to a conference room with them. We sat down. We started talking. And one of the questions they asked me, and mind you, now I'm in my early-ish 20s, like 23, 24, cruising towards the mid 20s. And they're asking me things like, what are my future plans for children? Do I plan on getting married? That kind of thing. And I was like, I don't know, like 24, what do I know, or 23, however old I was. But the point of the fact is, they should never have asked me that question. That was inappropriate then, 20 years ago. It's inappropriate now. So do not ever ask in an interview, or if you are asked that question during an interview, say, I'm not comfortable answering that, and I really don't have to. It may cost you the job, unfortunately, but don't be afraid to stand up for yourself because they shouldn't be asking you that kind of stuff. The next question, one of the questions he asked me was the hardest thing I'd ever experienced in my lifetime. Not like, what was a work challenge, or maybe what was something that, I found difficult at work and how did I handle that situation? No, what was the biggest challenge I'd ever had in my life? And that felt kind of invasive to me. Even at that age, I didn't know any better, so I just kind of gave an example that I could think of. But it wasn't appropriate for the situation. I did not end up getting that job, which I'm kind of grateful for now looking back. But it definitely taught me an experience of I need to stick up for myself and not be afraid to say no when someone asks something that's uncomfortable and it really isn't any of their business. So that's my story time for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll talk soon.